SKUR is a platform that provides secure instant messaging, email, some other services as well. And with me is the CEO, Alain Ghiai. Great to see you again. I feel like it's been a few weeks since we've caught up on the company, and it's great to see you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jane. Happy to see everyone. And I was in Switzerland for several months. I know you know that because I came to see you a couple of times in New York, and now I'm spending the holidays in beautiful Canada. So it's still working though. Anyway, so yeah, it's nice to be back. Lots happening in the company as well.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. So we're toward the end of the year. I know it's been a very transitional, pivotal year for SKUR. Kind of wrap up 2022, and then we'll talk about what's expected next year.
Sure. So it has been pivotal. You know, in 2021, we raised a lot of money to shore up the balance sheet, which is still extremely strong. Basically launching some new product, launching our sales in the US for the first time in late July. 2022 was a tough year in the market, definitely a tough year for our stock as well. We haven't been immune. However, the sales have been increasing. You know, 2022, we should do roughly about 200% higher than 21. So that's really good. We have big plans for 23. So in 22, what we did is we improved more of the product. The Secure Messenger Enterprise is pretty much almost done. We launched our Secure Mail application as we said we would. We have done a lot of improvement on the Messenger and email as well. And we have increased our user base. We have over 5,000 users by the end of this year, and we're on track next year for a profitability path. So 2023, I'm going to break it down by quarters. So Q1 and Q2, we have a VPN coming out, Secure VPN. We plan to launch Secure Voice, which will include a voicemail feature as well, which is kind of nice. We've seen in our show in the last year, as we discussed, that not having to disclose your phone number is a huge asset. We'll discuss in January the huge issue with the 500 million WhatsApp accounts that have been hacked because they have their phone numbers out. That'll be for beginning 23. We don't want to stress people now. But essentially, we are launching some new solutions. We're fully going full on with our enterprise solution. We have big demand for that. Latin America is going to pick up, and B2B. Because until now, what we've been doing is spending a lot of money on our consumers. As we increase B2B and reseller type solution, our CAC, our customer acquisition cost, is going to go down. And there was a report that came out discussing all of that as well.
Okay. Well, that sounds like another interesting year ahead for you. So, and while we're on the subject of business, let's talk about this FRC research that was done on the company. As you mentioned, it's been a tough year. I feel like there's a lot of stocks that are undervalued just based on what we've been through. What did FRC research say about SKUR?
Well, they update on a quarterly basis. It's the largest North American, I think definitely Canadian analyst report. And I want to tell people out there, because when you say that it's independent company pays for it, and we do pay for that report. We fully disclose it. You have two types of analysts. A bank, an investment bank, will do a report on your stock if they hold your shares, and within 30 days they have to disclose and do the report, etc. Or if you don't have an investment bank holding your shares, you as a company can go to an independent and pay them. But it's still highly regulated. You know, some people even say that it's more impartial because they don't own your shares. They have nothing to gain from your shares going up. You do pay for the service because they do distribution to Bloomberg, Reuters, Thomson, all these hedge funds or other funds and institutions. So you pay for that because there is a cost to distribution, there is a cost to research. So I want to put that out there. So this time they put a fair value buy target of 61 cents US, 83 Canadian. We have exceeded all their expectation that they had for Q3 in terms of sales growth and all the other thing. What I'm happy to see is that they do acknowledge that for 2023, at the end of 23, without any extra fundraising, we still will have 2 million Canadian dollars in the bank. And they do project full profitability, including marketing spend in 2025 to 2026. And they do acknowledge that we are spending 50% less in marketing and increasing our sales 50% or more, even though we reduce the marketing, and our loss should reduce by 50%. So there's a lot of information in that report. I recommend everybody to go to securprivatedata.com, and on the investor section, you have a lot of information. One of them being that FRC research report. We also put up a news release, I think a week or so ago, about it. You can click on a link and read the report, because it gives you a full picture, what we do, what kind of products we're going to launch, who's our competition, and what is the market. So it's a lot more than just putting a price tag on the shares. So we're satisfied with that report.
Okay. Well, I'm going to definitely download it and look at it, because you and I talk enough that I need to stay on top of exactly everything the company's doing. So the holiday season is upon us here. And I know you and I have talked about how important it is to even keep a closer eye on our accounts and those phishing, suspicious emails and things like that. So what can you tell people to protect themselves?
I'm going to give you my handful of tips. The number one is, if you use a public Wi-Fi, please don't. Everybody in the US has enough 5G for dirt cheap now that you can use your 5G or your how do you call it, your streaming thing on your mobile device.
So hotspot.
Hotspot. Thank you. I just came from Switzerland, so the English, programming needs to get back up. So essentially, don't use Wi-Fi if you can help it. Hotels, we're all going to go someplace. Don't use hotel Wi-Fi or coffee, Starbucks, or any other brand in any kind of public place. That's the one thing. If you are putting credit card information when you buy fun things on all these websites that offer everything today, do not store your credit card on the website. It's exactly as if you went to a mall or a store and left them your credit card and say, here, keep my credit card and I'll be back in a week again, because I just don't feel like putting it back in my wallet. So don't store credit card in websites. And then again, use, these free emails for mailing lists and whatnot. When you do transact personal information like financial, medical, legal, etc., use a service like Sekur. It is a paid service, but with our Secure Mail, Secure Send, and all these features, you're pretty much guaranteed the full privacy and security that you deserve round trip. So I encourage everybody to go to secure.com and check what we do, go to the tutorial. So if you have emails that have any kind of financial info, whether it's real estate, banking, or even medical or other, do not use these free email service from the big tech. Use those for being on a mailing list. So if you're shopping on Christmas, be aware that you don't want to store your financial info in these websites. This is literally like giving them your credit card and counting on them to keep it safe. So that's the kind of stuff I would recommend. Change your password. It's a great time during the holiday to revise all these online things that you do. Reset to new passwords.
Good advice. And I have been seeing a lot of emails from UPS, that a package is on the way. And I just, also alert people to they know, like, these criminals know we're looking for packages and we're busy. So really
it's very smart. I mean, what you said is so true. I just got some from Australia, and I know I'm not picking up anything up in Australia, but you got the usual UPS, used to be DHL. I mean, I just got something from FedEx, but that's from our office in Toronto, and I was already suspicious that it is them. So be careful. Any kind of package related or sign here, or you owe us a payment. People do all sorts source of returns as well. So be very diligent in what you do, because you're right. Now is the time that they're going to send all of those. Then in January, it will be other things, right? It's seasonal. You know, the hackers are smart. So definitely be diligent.
I was going to be alert. So, well, Alain, great to catch up. And I look forward to 2023 and more great stuff from Sekur.
Same here. Thanks everyone for watching. If we don't see you at Christmas, happy New Year to everyone, and Merry Christmas to everyone, and really all the best of good health and prosperity for next year.
Thank you.